Buenos dias and good morning, senor, senora, and senorita. This message comes to you from the heart of dawn. That's dawn with two N's. Well, what I'm about to say to you, I was not going to share. I was not going to share it at all. I was just going to, a few close in the inner circle per se. But yesterday, what was happening was, I read a book about a month ago. It was called Outwitting the Devil. Of course, the devil and the ego is the same thing. The devil is just something, a different word that different groups or different religions put to it, but it's the same thing. It's the ego. And it's been around as long as humanity's been around. Yeah, whatever that name is, whatever that word is. So anyway, it was talking about outwitting the devil, and I started conjuring up ways that I could, you know, how can I get the ego to commit suicide? Or how can I get it to swallow its own tail? Or, you know, all of those things. And even talked to different people to assist me with that, but it didn't feel quite right. And then Jamie did something with someone that close to him yesterday morning, or the night before last, sorry. And this person was really being messed with by the ego. And he demanded that the ego let go of that grip. And lo and behold, within an hour, everything changed. And he was telling me that about 10 o'clock yesterday morning. And instantly, I just saw the picture. It was just instant. Boom. Okay. Now that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it today for all of humanity. So what we did was we jumped in the car right away and come out to here, to the hacienda. Yeah, this beautiful, staggeringly amazing, nature-filled place. Yeah, that's it. And we came here, and what I did was, the whole piece about it was that the ego, I was going to, you know, I was looking at ways to destroy it. But that's not it. It's not it for any more than I destroy the ego with people. I don't. What it is I reprogram the ego because it's hurting. The person is hurting. They're in pain. And they're in a loop that they don't know how to get out of. And they just keep doing the same loop over and over, expecting different results. And you know, it's kind of like the ego doing everything it can to protect you from dying by finding multiple ways of killing you. That's how the ego works. But it only works that way because that's all it knows. And it's not about destroying it. It's about surrounding with something, and that's when I decided to envelop it with unconditional love. Just like I do when I am taking people back to their wound, to their trauma, to their toxic program origin. Same thing, no difference. I just did it to the ego. And everybody has this. Everybody has this. It's a phobic response to being in their light. And the ego totally had a phobic response to being in his light. Yes, totally. So what I did was, I wasn't satisfied with the ego in the moment and all of that. It was like, no. Everything has an origin. Ego had an origin. Ego had an origin, and it had an origin with man on the planet. So I went all the way back to the origin of humanity on the planet, and went all the way back to find that wound where it had the phobic response to being in its light. And then what I did was, I did the same exercise, the double sound, reverse the process, all of that for the ego. And in one moment, it was all gone. Just like everybody else. Doesn't matter how long. And in this case, it was the origin of humanity on planet Earth. So whatever millions of years that has been, whatever millions of years, it's not 2,000 and it's not 3,000, none of those foolish numbers. No, it's the origin of humanity on planet Earth. Took it all the way up to the present and then future paced it all the way to the future, like I do with each person. And I did all of the forgiveness with the ego, every ounce of the forgiveness, letting that all go, forgiving it for being that toxic, whatever it was, because it was in so much pain and it just got reversed. So yesterday, we eliminated the ego on the planet. From the origin of man on the planet to as long as humanity is going to be on the planet, there will be no ego. It was dissolved yesterday, and already there's been a staggering increase in the level of consciousness just from yesterday, this time yesterday. Yes. And I anticipate that continuing to evolve. Exactly. Especially when I do the next one, when I do one that's totally different, next Wednesday at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Yeah. That's when the other piece comes in. This is a two-pronged punch. Yeah. You will have to show up for that one, because that one is staggeringly amazing. As large as this is, it's a drop in the bucket to what's going to happen next Wednesday. Yeah, so look out for this one. Look out for the one coming. Yeah, and combining those two, whatever you have, all those fears that were created by ego, it's what they all are, every single fear. Yeah, all of that mind chatter, mind racing, and all of that. That's all fear-based, and it's all from you not being in your light. So anyway, that's what we did yesterday. Here's where we did it. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, this is where we did it. Yeah. This is where all the ego got splashed all over, so it could just dissolve. Isn't that exciting? That's what we did yesterday. Yeah, it took a lot of it. Yeah, it was an emotionally intense day. Well, especially the hour and a half or so that we were here doing the transformation. But that is definitely the cause of all causes, of all symptoms, of all humans. Now, ever will be, and ever was. Think about that. Yeah. Watch what happens. You just watch what happens. So this message comes to you from the heart of dawn as we travel at warp speed toward the dawn of humanity. And I want to thank Jamie for nudging me to make this public. Because of course it's not going to make any sense to 99 and 99% the population. Yeah, but there's those that's going to understand and going to listen. And many of them will be on the call next Wednesday at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So just go to IamDivinityGlobal.com or TransformWithDawn.com, Dawn with 2 N's. Either one of them will get you there. It's not too late for you to have your own transformation. That's right. Have yourself a magnificently powerful day. This message comes to you from the heart of dawn as we travel at warp speed toward the dawn of humanity. Bye for now.